Gran Turismo 7! It's been a while, but there's been some fantastic additions to this game since I last played. There was, of course, the Unimog very recently, and now this latest update 1.57, including, well, a boring Mazda, but also an Aston Martin Vantage, which you've got to love, and the absolute goat that is the Renault Kangoo. They've also continued adding all the other good stuff like these extra menus. These three are new since I've last played. They continue to add to these, but I'm not really keeping up with them anyway. I just buy the cars I like rather than collecting. Maybe I do need to try and increase my collection of vehicles on here. Luckily for me, over in the Legend Cars dealership, the Unimog from the previous update is still available, and it's fairly affordable, so I think we should start by purchasing and looking at the options for this before we look at the Aston and, of course, the Kangoo. Oh, Gran Turismo, you never disappoint me. Wide body. What does it do? It doesn't... It looks as if it cuts a bit off to put that... Let's just do it, because... Funny animation. Do I have to do wheels to make the fitment work? Because these are all going to look awful. Ah, there we go. You can wide offset the standard wheels. That is useful. And there are some interesting custom parts, I believe. There's some fronts. One of them has many lights. I do kind of like that we've got this older Unimog in here, because obviously the one that people are kind of more familiar with is the much squarer and newer one that's in games like Forza Horizon. But this is kind of cool. 1962. Right, what does this do? Oh, it adds snorkel. Is it literally the same, but on... Should put it on the off side, not on driver's side? And then, this is the truly amazing part of this vehicle. You can put hay bales on it, or turn it into a motorhome. I feel like the hay bales is actually a better option, though. It kind of... sort of in keeping with it a bit more. Racing item. Oh my god. Oh, those are cool. They're different. We can put super cool lights on it to match those LED spotlight things. Oh, does that add a... Okay, that adds a number plate. We can also do the front grille, which just removes the badge. Oh wow, that's... Actually, I suppose if you've got the snorkel, blanking off that kind of makes sense, no? I mean, it looks awful, so I'm not going to do it, but... What Mercedes colours do I have? I've got Sunburst Orange, Solar Beam, which kind of looks sort of a greeny goldy colour on here, and Green Hell Magno. That is very tempting just because it's so mental, but I actually quite like it how it is. So, equipped with some dirt tyres, I've come to an off-roady sort of location. It's the only modification I've made. You could go insane with this thing, but sort of, why would you? It's not going to be competitive. I mean, maybe I should go and do it for the funnies, but... Why have I got an indicator on? That's better. I mean, maybe I should, but I'm probably never going to drive this again. It's just cool. Oh, it did a leap. To be fair, considering how massive these are, and how little power it's got, it's not doing badly. This is the perfect choice to bring my hay bales to, though, wasn't it? Look at them all. Anyway, as cool as this thing is, it's not actually terribly new anymore, because this is from the previous update. So let's go and buy the two things that are from this update. Right, let's just gloss over the Mazda entirely, because who cares? And go for the Aston Martin. How much is the 2018 Vantage? Kind of disappointing that by the time they've added this Vantage, it's now the old Vantage, because there's another one. The new one does essentially just look like this, but worse, so I suppose I shouldn't complain, but yeah. It's just kind of funny that by the time they've added this model, the next model is available. Anyway, 26 colours. Yellow Tang, Sunburst Yellow. Fantastic. That is horrible. Hyper Red, Divine Red. The colour names are better than anything. Racing Green. It's not very iridescent, is it? Wow, that is the best name for a colour. What do I actually want on here, though? Ocelus Teal I always like. Elwood Blue. Does it have a brother called Jake? Right. Frosted Glass Jet Black. Do we have a purple? Not really. Closest to purple's that. I think I'm going to have to go with the teal, because that is just stunning. Why? I think if it's an option, I've got to do it, right? Which then means I should really change the wheels. The slightly dark ones. Let's go with them. No, they're already too big, but wide and filling the arches, you've kind of got to do that to fill them out. We've got bigger chins for the front. The one without the canards is slightly nicer. It's kind of a bit weird that we've got the rear without doing the sides, but yeah, that's... The side looks like it needs something now. It's sort of the rest of the car's lower. And wings, which... I mean, it's better than Forza Aero, right? But is it really necessary on this car? No. I mean, none of this is really. Actually, you know what? We've done the wide body. Why do we not put a wing on? Let's just go mad. Super cool. And Type B rear only. There we go. Much better. Perfect. And the livery I don't want to touch because, well, it's already quite a nice colour. So with this one I have gone to the upgrade shop. I've tried not to go too mad, bringing power up from about 500 to 650 with a few kind of engine-y upgrades, mostly from the semi-racing bit, but I've also done suspension and brakes and tyres to try and make it more handleable as well before we go and race it, although I suspect, as usual, I've just by doing that made it too fast to be eligible for anything. I have though remembered to come back to GT Auto to do my calipers, although I'm not sure what really goes with this. Black maybe, just go subtle. We could just go with a different blue. Actually, you know what? That sort of matches the BBS text, the gold. Let's do that. So I've come to Brands Hatch, and it is indeed too fast for, well, any of these except the Sunday Cup, but that would be against things like Kangoos, so it's a bit pointless. So I'm going to go on Quick Race, which I think has Gran Turismo's more intelligent AI, Sophie, in it, which I believe has also been updated in this update. This can only go well. I rather enjoyed that car, so it's all good. What did we get for that? 22,000 credits. That's probably more than enough to go and buy the one I'm most excited for, the Kangoo. This final vehicle is over in the used car dealership, so we visited all three places today, and there it is at a very reasonable 13,500. Straight to the most important place then, GT Auto, where it does have a wide body and it is significantly cheaper than the other ones. I mean, it doesn't do much, but yes. So then, wheels. I think I already know what I'm going to do. Yes. Should they be bigger? I mean, even 17s are tiny. Let's just do that. Stunning. Yes. Oh, that looks so much better. Just a tiny removal of... Yes. What does this do? So that just removes... Type A removes the heated rear screen, the wiper, and the badging. And Type B adds a bit of carbon fibre to match the front. And, of course, there's a rear wing. What a ridiculous sight. Bonnet pins. Oh, yes. Right, is the one I can put in that doesn't... That's quite cool. That you can do sort of the cage for the front that goes into the back, but you could still, in theory, use those seats. It's not going to be very easy to get in and out of, you know, but you could, in theory, still use the back seats with that. Let's do that. Super cool. Oh, well, it's sort of got a plate holder, so it kind of needs one, I think. Front grille. Oh, wow, we can... Yes. Because race car. I have, in fact, purchased some Renault colours, it would seem. Flame red and jaune Sirius. Sirius yellow. I mean, it is seriously yellow. Let's do it. Right, is body 2 the plastic bits? Yeah, because they should sort of be... Actually, maybe I leave them body coloured. I think that looks better. Fluorescent pink. Ah, so other just does that front bit. Yeah, let's do that bit black. Ooh, yeah, let's do the rear wing black as well. Hang on. Why not? So before I even look at, like, actual upgrades, there is a special Renault Kangoo one-make race, which I feel like I need to do with it in its stock configuration. This is going to be fantastic fun. Look at that roll cage that goes through the speakers. It'd be nice if we'd all started in a pack. They're all very spread out, and therefore this isn't very interesting. I don't think I'm going to catch any of them, and this thing is... slow. Right, so this one I have literally thrown everything I can at it. It started with about 70 or 80 horsepower, I think, and we now have 200 more than that. So it should be quick, and it only weighs 800 kilos now. So, yes. Let's see if this is completely deadly. Right then, same special event. Let's see if we are now faster. Oh wow, they've painted over the windows, so it's a panel van. That is quite a good idea. Get ready for turbocharged Kangoo. How can a front-wheel drive 1.4 litre engine thing be this fast? And just like that, we are going to win by absolute miles. Which is slightly unsurprising, but there we go. What a brilliant bit of fun this is. Same with the Unimog from a few updates ago, but I think this is even more, because you can, well, turn it into this. The Unimog is always going to be a Unimog, but this can be reasonably powerful and very light. It actually makes for quite a good track car. That, though, is going to do it for my very first look at the latest update here on Gran Turismo 7, as well as a few bits of new-ish content that I've missed since I last played. I really do need to come back to this game more often. There's not loads of progression to be had, so this is kind of what I use it for now, to just check out the new content, have a bit of fun with it, and do some races like this in things like this. As ever though, do let me know your thoughts on the last couple of updates here on Gran Turismo 7, but for today's video that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next one very soon.